So in anticipation of the schedule release, today's draft is the teams we want to see the most under the lights in prime time. You've got the trivia question. I'm under the hot light to try to get it right. If I get it right, I get the first pick. What do you got?
All right. Well, I think this one's easy. I mean, this is like what color is blue day for you. It's unreal, the questions they give you. Here we go. 4 teams played 6 primetime games last season. 4 teams played 6 primetime games, most in the NFL. Name one of them. One of the teams that played 6 primetime games.
See, is this a trick? Did the Cowboys not play 6 last year? Is this where you're trying to lead me? I'll say the Vikings.
Man, you're horrible. I just can't believe you didn't get this. You don't know your own team's primetime games last year?
They didn't play 6 games. Well, you know what?
6?
You know what? They didn't lose 6 games, so they couldn't have played 6 games in prime time.
No, well, yeah, they wanted to put them on prime time, but you crapped on Kirk Cousins and his primetime record so many times that they decided not to give them 6. So, no. The correct answer
who are they?
49ers, Packers, Steelers, and Rams. 49ers went 5-1. Packers were 4-2. Steelers and Rams were both 3-3 in prime time. So
I knew it wasn't the Cowboys. I knew it was a setup on the Cowboys. I just guessed wrong on one of the other teams that made it.
Yep. Okay. Here we go. Well, I don't care that it's obvious. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers. I mean, come on. Yes, of course that's who I want to see in prime time. One, I'm an ex-Buccaneer player. It's the team that I hold dearest to my heart, along with the New York Giants. And two, it's can't miss TV. It's Tom Brady and Bruce Arians and Rob Gronkowski and Ndamukong Suh and, of course, Shaquille Barrett. I mean, there's a lot of household up-and-coming stars and already proven stars on that Tampa Bay football team. And, of course, we're always interested to see when you put that many different cast of characters together on a given team, can it work? Will it work? How long will it take to gel and really come together? And the fact that, again, they're in a really good division in the NFC South. The Saints and Falcons certainly aren't going to be any pushovers. The Bucs are the team I'm most excited to see.
Yeah, that is the obvious answer. And, for us, and for any football fan, if you really are serious about following the sport, the thing you appreciate about primetime games is that's the only game that's on. You're not worrying about the other 7 games at 1 o'clock Eastern or the other 4 games late afternoon. You got one game you can focus on. It feels like a big deal, and you really can enjoy and appreciate what's happening. That's why I'm going with the Packers, because the Packers have accepted, whether they did it intentionally or not, this mantle of potential for dysfunction. I want to see how it plays out this year. I want to study every facial expression of Aaron Rodgers, every sideline communication with his head coach, Matt LaFleur. I want to see what Rodgers does now that they are putting him in a position where he feels like they are pulling the train into the station, whether the train wants to go into the station or not. I think every Packers game will be fascinating this year, and the bigger the stage, the greater the potential for somebody maybe blowing a gasket if things don't go well. So put me down for the Packers' first pick.
All right. I like it. Aaron Rodgers. I think you have another fan on your bandwagon. You're really, are you sure? You sure you're going to root for the Vikings this year? I feel like you're more on Aaron Rodgers' bandwagon this year than ever. I'm kind of liking this.
And here's what people don't realize, and I let you goose me about, fan loyalties. And look, we got into this business because we love football. You played it. I mean, hell, you have strong interest. I think now I get more caught up in storylines and individuals. I have people that I like. And even though people think I don't like Aaron Rodgers, I like Aaron Rodgers. And I feel like the Packers have done him wrong. And I think it's a great story. I want to see him do well. I want to see him go out there and have a great season and have the Packers admit either privately or publicly, maybe we shouldn't have drafted a quarterback. So, yeah, I think it's very compelling.
Yeah, that's cool. That's why I like you. You keep it 100. If you don't like something, you speak the truth. If you do, you speak the truth too. So I've got much respect for you along those lines. I mean, I hate to do this, but I'm sorry. I mean, to me, the team I want to see Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs. I know it's not a fun pick or lacks creativity, But damn, I mean, number 15 in red is the most fun thing to watch in football for me right now. And then, you add the fact that I just think they're going to be flying high from the Super Bowl win with the bullseye on their back at the same time. And I think they're welcoming this. I think this is a team that's really looking to be like a dynasty or make their mark on history. I don't think one Super Bowl is going to satisfy the appetite of Mahomes and Andy Reid and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. I really think they're going to love being the team with the bullseye on their back this year. I do. And I just think with that, and of course, just Mahomes becoming a better and better football player, and exciting as he is, to me, he's the most fun watching the game right now. Him and Aaron Rodgers are can't miss TV. So you took Rodgers, and I'll take Mahomes next.
Yeah, I thought about taking the Chiefs instead of the Packers. And you're right. You want to see the champions. You want to see them on the big stage. You want to watch greatness. We like to witness history, right? That's one of the things sports fans love to do. That's why kids who are watching basketball today are trying to make the argument LeBron James was better than Michael Jordan. Maybe if they're watching the Last Dance, they feel differently. But we all want to say we had a front row seat for something historic. And Patrick Mahomes is historic. And the more of those games we can watch in prime time, the more we can say we are witnessing that kind of history. Now, similar but different, I want to see the 49ers in prime time because they are a team that's going to have a target on their backs from making it to the Super Bowl last year. Can they replicate it? Will Jimmy Garoppolo rise to the occasion? He's been doubted, rightfully so, by virtue of the fact that he missed Emmanuel Sanders when he was open with a potential championship throw at the end of the Super Bowl. Will he function well under the bright lights, or will he crater a little bit? Will we see that elaborate Kyle Shanahan running game that we love to watch? The 49ers are a fun team to watch. They have a great defense. It's fun to watch them play defense. It's fun to watch them play offense. Will Kyle wear that trucker hat next year? Plenty of other questions that will all be satisfied to the maximum if we watch the 49ers in prime time as much as we possibly can. So put me down for San Fran.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I thought about taking them in the second round. They were one of the teams that I was kind of tossing around too. Shanahan brings an exciting brand of football. I mean, gosh, every time they were on a primetime game last year, it was lots of big plays and, creativity where you just went, wow, that's really cool. Look at that route, or look at that screen, or that's a really cool reverse or play action pass, whatever it may be. And, yes, they have a little bit of a bullseye on them a little bit too, to your point. I mean, they're the NFC champ. And, again, the ongoing scrutiny or dissection of Jimmy Garoppolo does make for good primetime TV. It does. I mean, we all know he's good. We just want to see, can he be great? Can he bring that team to another level? And then there is a lot of personalities on that team. We got the primetime, Richard Sherman. He didn't shake my hand, even though we have 10 different camera angles that he shook your hand. So they have personalities that are really fun, whether it's Richard Sherman or Nick Bosa, and they just have a great energy about them that we got to witness in person for that divisional playoff game.
And we need to have a camera on the sidelines at all times to see any interactions between Richard Sherman and his new teammate Trent Williams, dating back to the game where Williams slapped him in the face.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that'll be fun. I mean, that'll be something the locker room will make fun of and hype up a little bit when they first walk in there, because they did. That was after the wild card game in 2011.
The wild card game.
Right. And
2012.
Richard Sherman, 2012. But that'll add some excitement to the locker room altogether. But I'm with you. The 49ers is a good one. All right. My third one, I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I am. Because, a little bit of like star power, dysfunction, I'm going with Cleveland Browns, baby. Believeland. Yes, I don't care. I don't know how good they're going to be, but I know they're exciting. And the pressure's on Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry. And, the last time they were in prime time last year, Myles Garrett was smashing some guy over the head with a helmet like it was a weapon. So, they also had, the Rams game debacle at the end of that football game as far as prime time last year. But then there was the excitement of the Jets game with OBJ catching the long touchdown passes and all that. And, to me, it's just a lot of personalities on this team, and there is legitimate talent. And I think that, along with a new coach in Kevin Stefanski, the analytics department running the football team, and the pressure on, I think, some of these stars. Like Baker Mayfield would be a guy that I would say has more pressure on him than just about anybody in football. And I don't think Odell Beckham Jr. and Myles Garrett are far behind in the whole scope of the league, let alone all three of them being on the same team. So I want to see them do well for Cleveland, and I like those guys, and I think it will be a fun watch.
You did well with your first two picks, but I'll tell you what, you left one on the board that you should have taken. By getting greedy to watch OBJ and the Browns, how can you not want to see maximum games involving Drew Brees in his last season in the NFL and everything else that goes along with the Saints? There's something magical about those games that are broadcast out of the Superdome. The feel, the lights, the fans. Hopefully the fans will be there. Sean Payton's offenses, Taysom Hill with the change of pace. I think the Saints Bucks in prime time, maybe Saints Bucks in prime time twice. You know, Cowboys Giants is always a game that there's a lot of push and pull, and the networks want that game. I think this year the Saints Bucks games, there's probably been a lot of discussion behind the curtain about who wants what game when it comes down to Saints Bucks. But it'd be great to see both of those games in prime time.
It would be.
Yeah.
I would love to see late in the
Ravens.
season. I know I did. I know. I mean, there's no disrespect to any of them.
We both left the Ravens on the board.
They're exciting. I want to see Buccaneers Saints, one of those primetime games, or if it's only one, I want to see it later in the year because I'm really rooting for Brady and Brees to be like neck and neck with the all-time touchdown conversation and kind of see who ends up on top. Because, again, we know it's Drew Brees' last year. We think Tom Brady's playing for 2 more years. But I still think there's a good chance Tom Brady could end this year and go, okay, I'm done. See you guys later. So I know we left Lamar Jackson on the board and the Ravens. As exciting as they were on primetime football, we probably messed up as far as that's concerned. I blame that on you.
No, look, there's only 6 spots in the draft. There's plenty of teams. Here's the bottom line. There are plenty of great teams in the NFL right now. There are plenty of great potential primetime games this year. We left off the Cowboys.
Yes, there is.
We left off the Ravens. I left off the Vikings by design because we know what happens when they play in primetime.
The Cardinals, Kyler Murray, and DeAndre Hopkins. That was another team I thought about throwing in this list.
Seahawks. We didn't mention this. I almost took the Seahawks in round 3. The Seahawks are a fun team to watch. I mean,
they are.
They
always show up.
You want to see them play. You want to be able to study them, watch their teams, and enjoy those games and stand alone. And here's the thing. If the NFL ends up backfilling Saturday, if there isn't college football, we're going to have some standalone games that slide into Saturday. Maybe some of these great quarterbacks and great teams that we don't see in primetime we'll see in standalone Saturday games if there isn't college football. But hopefully there will be college football.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.